Hey y'all, just wanted to do a little update. It's 4th of July, hence the cat tank top, and it's moving day for us, so I'm a little hot and sweaty. I just loaded an entire swing set into the back of the Bronco, so we'll see if I can get some more updates, but sorry they're not going to be pretty frequent at all because got a lot of stuff to do. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Betty the 95 Bronco. Today, what we're going to be doing, well, what I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to be wrapping this wooden ball in some of this paracord right here into a monkey's fist. Because honestly, my last shifter broke, so I took the half that I had, used that as a guide to drill this hole on a drill press, and then left the part of the shifter that I had at my parents' house, because that's where I went for the drill press. And so now I've been shifting around without, like, without a shift knob, just on the shifter. So I really need this. So what I made here is a little jig. I just took some cardboard, poked a couple holes in it, put some pencils in there. From what I've seen, it should work out pretty well. I'm going to be honest. I did this earlier, and I used 20 feet of paracord because it's a 2-inch ball. I looked online, and it said, oh, you should need like 16 feet. So I went up a little bit and did 20, thinking, you know, I've got a bunch of extra. It's not really going to matter. And it wasn't enough. So now I've got 25 feet. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm kind of debating on how much I want to show on camera and how much I want to show off. Probably going to be more off than on. This isn't supposed to be like an instructable about like how to do this, yada yada. But yeah. So tips and tricks that I learned from the last one. If you're going to use this type of jig, cut a little slot right here. I'll show you what that's for. What I did with it was I took and kind of anchored the bottom of the paracord in here, so that way it holds it. I don't have to sit here and hold it with my finger while I'm looping around and everything like that. It helps for the first set. Another thing, because I'm trying to get this ball into the center of one of the sides, so like this or like this, straight up and down, something like that. What I've thought about doing for this set is I'm going to take this pin here and I'm going to put it into the hole and set it in here like this when I go to wrap that section, and then I'll just wrap the cord around the pin here, because I'm not trying to cut the paracord and then, you know, use a lighter to seal it up and worry about it coming off in frame. I'm just going to wrap it around this, and we'll see how that turns out. I'm not really sure if it's going to work or not, but we'll try it and see what happens. So without further ado, let's get wrapping. Now it does say that you need 11 wraps, and like I said, I did this earlier. 11 wraps seem to be all right. So we'll start going, and I'll probably wrap around and do this part off camera, and then just come back on in the intersections, like the different, like when I start going to wrap, like this way instead of around. And I'll show you like how to do the corners, if you can really call them corners. So I'll wrap this and I'll be right back. Yeah. Alright guys, so I've done the 11 wraps around. So now, sorry, gotta move this stuff here. It's kind of hard to see the camera and do this at the same time, but you know, gotta work with me here. So the most important thing that I've noticed from doing this is making sure, first off, that all of these are not overlapping each other or anything like that, but also making sure you know where you're ending this. So if this started here, then I needed to wrap this one down like that. So if I go to count how many deals there are here, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and it's going to be the same as on this side, same as on this side. So you just want to make sure that that is where you're going around. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this one and I'm going to loop it up underneath. I'm going to slide these up a little bit, loop it up underneath of here, out the bottom on this side, and up around here, and just keep going around like that. I'm going to put the ball in there because this is where I'm going to stick the ball out through the top since I'm wrapping it this way. So I will show you when that's done. All right, guys, so I know it kind of looks like a jumbled mess right now, but I promise you it will look better. So we've got the 11 wraps around here. Just want to make sure this ball is stuck straight up. So I've got, 6 on this side, 6 strands on this side, 5 strands on this side. So now what we're going to do, if you can see this here, if I can get my camera to focus. So this, we're going to go down through this hole and out the bottom, and it's going to go underneath. It's going to come up on the inside of this and out from the inside of here. And we're going to do 11 passes that way as well. I don't know if it's because I'm trying it this time with this pin, vice last time when I didn't have the pin in there. But that second one seemed a lot harder. I expected it to be a little bit easier. I don't know if it's just because I don't have enough room, because as you can see, this is kind of pushing this all out. But that hole should be closed up when I make the rounds this way around it. So yeah, so here we are, because we ended on this corner here. So we now have, this is our first, I'm going to call it the first edge. And then you want to end with this one being the 4th edge. So you're going to drop this one through here. So I'm going to go and I'm going to do that. And then what we'll do is as long as I have enough cord, which I should, because I gave myself 5 extra feet from last time, and I was only really missing it by like a turn around, but I wanted to have some extra playroom. So once we're done with this, we'll go and we'll tighten it up with this in here, and then we'll take it out to the truck and we'll actually stick it onto the shifter, and I'll show you what I've been working with. So, all right, we'll be back. All right, so just a little bit of a mid-section tip. I've been using a pin, and what I do with is sometimes these, well, especially when this slides down, the whole ball thing will fall down. So then when you go to pick it up, sometimes these get squished in, the little sides. Well, it's kind of troublesome because you have to get the end of the cord up through here. So what I've been doing is I take the pin and I kind of stick it down in there and kind of open it up a little bit on both sides. That way it's a little bit easier to get down inside of there. So instead of it, see if you can see that. So, you know, sometimes it gets pushed in like that, and then you just reach in here and open it up. So now you have a much bigger hole there, because there's obviously not too much room to be playing around in here with. So yeah, a little pin, nice thin, fits down in there. Get it on both sides, open it up, and then there's obviously going to be more room on these corner sides, like on over here and over here. So I try to stick to those, slide it up through, and then slide the cord over. So just a little tip that I thought of while I was in the process of doing this. Figured I'd show you guys. Also, another thing that I thought about, I watched a video the other day, and he had a loom, and essentially, I've never seen these things before, but essentially it kind of looked like the end of this pin, and there's all this stuff. And he just took, let me get the end over here. He took the end and it's went in and like twisted, and then he had like kind of like a sewing needle type thing, like a really long sewing needle, and he just straight through it. So that's another option. I obviously am going the hard way by just doing the end here. So yeah, I've got 3 turns on this so far. Got another 8 to go. So I'll do another 3 on this end, 5 on this side, and then we'll look at tightening it up. All right, y'all, I'm almost convinced that there's not any length that's gonna get me enough to do this, because I still have 3 more passes, and this is what I got lengthwise. So we'll see if we can make another 3 passes with it. Let's see. I don't know if you guys could see how much that was, but it's not that much. I would probably give it like 3 feet, maybe. We'll see. All right, guys, we did it. We barely had enough cord left over. That's about all that I got. So it worked. Now I'll probably do like a time lapse, a super quick video of me tightening this up. Looks like I have a little extra here. So what we'll essentially do is take from the start or from the end, depending upon, like, if you're gonna wrap this around something or make a handle for it, or like a little tag, you would take this off of the jig, and then slowly pull through. It's going to be super tedious, but essentially you take the slack and you work it line by line until it reaches the end, and then you pull it out, and then you go back and you try to get some more out until it's just this tight ball. So I'll probably move the camera a little bit, see if I can get a better angle so I can get both my hands in, and we'll get this tightened up. Hey guys, during this time lapse, I just wanted to say thank you for those of you who watch the videos. I know there's like 5 of you guys out there right now, but every bit helps. I got some feedback from one of my last videos, and I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of harsh, but you know, it was very good feedback. So I want to make some better content out there. I think I'm gonna, for this next video, make an intro section, little portion, maybe throw in some of that copyright free music, see what I can find out there. But that's, you know, I want to start making better content. So if you guys have any feedback, harsh, critical feedback, always welcome. Whatever you guys see that's wrong, let me know, and I will work to do better in the future. But that's my plan. So hopefully that happens. Otherwise, you know, we'll just keep on trucking. So, all right, let's get back to the video. All right, guys, so I got a little bit of an update. I kind of stopped the time lapse. I had to take a little break. So this is where I'm at right now. For the most part, it's looking pretty good. It obviously, sorry, the pin was starting to slide out. There's still some looseness in it. I think these ones still slide around quite a bit. I think I've got this part right here too tight. So I'm gonna have to loosen this side up so I can straighten these ones out. I think on the top I got them all straightened out. This side's pretty good, which goes along to that side. It's just mainly, I mean, this side looks good. It's just this side that looks a little jumbled. The bottom came out as best as I can expect, I think. So yeah, I gotta fix this jumble, and then make sure everything's tightened down, get it nice and tight on there. Then everything should be good. Honestly, it's like midnight, so I probably won't put this out on the truck tonight, but we'll see, because it's kind of rough driving without a shift knob, to be honest. It's not really rough, it's more inconvenient. We'll go with inconvenient. So yeah, let me finish this up. Probably not going to time lapse it just because, well, it's moving time, and I've got a lot of stuff all over my table, so don't really have enough space to set everything up. So yeah, let me do this up, and then we'll come back and we'll cut off these ends and stuff. All right, guys. So it looks like overall I've got it pretty lined up. I'm hoping the rest of this will come out with tightening. It seems a little bit off-centered. Try to get that done. Get it more lined up when it's as I tighten. I think what I've noticed, another little tip here is when you're doing it, when you're tightening them, it's best to say, okay, this is 1 and this is 1. And then when you come back around, go, okay, this one's 2, and line it up right underneath of it. And then go back and find number 2 and line that right up. When I was doing it, I tried to keep them all together. So that seemed to be a very helpful thing when I went to go in towards the end, try to get these all lined up. So it looked at least halfway decent. And they weren't like crossing over each other and underneath and everything like that. So yeah, the bottom, I still don't know about, I mean, nobody's gonna see the bottom. So if I did this again though, which I might, I will find a way to get the ends on the bottom. So however I made them on the top, do the exact opposite of that and make them on the bottom. So they're not just gonna hang out up here, but we'll get those chopped super close and then melted down and into the rest of the deal. So let me tighten it up, try to get it all even again. Looks like he's got a little comb over here, you know, and hopefully it will turn out the way that I want it to. All right, so here's what I want to call the finished product. Obviously it could be better. I'm also very critical of, you know, like anybody, pretty critical of your own work. This could be better. Probably just stick that on the backside though. I don't know, it seems a little big. So I might do it again with a smaller ball. And I definitely think that I could have done 10 passes instead of 11 on each one of these, because I feel like I've got a little bit of extra. I think that might be causing a bit of an issue, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, it could be better, but everybody sees all of the imperfections of their own work. But see, like this bunching right here, I think that could be prevented if I had 10 instead of 9. I like how this one turned out though. So yeah, we will, hell, let's go stick it in. Let's see if I can, my plan is just stick this pin out and then push the shifter through that. We're gonna have to deal with the flashlight on the phone though, if I can get that on during a video. Oh, you know what? Just kidding, we gotta cut these off. So let me pull out that little stand for my phone and I'll cut these and fire them down and do that. Get them stuck down. All right, another change of scenery here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and we're gonna cut it. My cat's trying to say hello. Cut it as close to as possible. Apparently these scissors don't really want to work. So we got it as close as we could. We're gonna take and bring that down some, and then use the edge of it, and it makes it nice and smooth. And that seals off the ends, keeps them from fraying, stuff like that. Do the other side. Of course. Man, the struggle is real tonight. There you go, nice and smooth. And then there's the ball. Like I said, it's a little bit big. I feel like I might want to do maybe 1.5 inches next time. get it a little bit smaller, but either that or, you know, I'll just get used to it. So let's see about going out and putting it in right now. Okay, so here we are. This is what I've been shifting with this whole time. Just, you know, trying to get a grip on using the deal right here, the webbing and the Y to push up, you know. So let's, this is going to go one of two ways. Either it's going to go great and I won't have a problem, or this whole thing's going to come undone, because this pin right now is holding everything in. So there's our hole. Looks like it's still lined up very well. I know this hole in the ball is just a smidge smaller than the actual hole of the shifter. Yeah, see, this is what I was afraid of. All right, let me fight with this off camera, and then we'll see if it works. I'll let you know. All right, guys, there it is. I'll be honest, because the hole was a little small. Can't get my words together. It's about 1 in the morning. But I used Old Trusty and just slammed it on there. So yeah, there it is. It's a 2-inch ball, some paracord wrapped around it in a monkey's fist, and now have a new shift knob. So hopefully that'll help. Hopefully it'll be a lot nicer when I'm driving around these next couple of days moving all this stuff. So, all right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope to get this up soon. Happy 4th of July 2 days ago. A little bit late, but here it is. So yeah, thanks for watching.